All right, guys, final video of the night. And again, we're going to, continue to track, commitment watches and all this stuff. And again, appreciate anybody who gives this video a view. Slaughterhouse Sports, Spencer G of Slaughterhouse. So here we go. This game, this time. All right, so going to tell you the exact time of this game. I don't believe it's a 3:30. I hope it's a prime time spot. I hope it's an 8 o'clock game. I know that USC is also playing Washington, so Washington can end up losing as well. Alabama LSU at 7:45 o'clock at Bryant Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This is going to be perfect. I cannot wait. This is Jayden Daniels. This is Malik Nabors. This is Thomas. This is the vaunted offense of the LSU Tigers, okay? Jayden Daniels, his Logan Diggs. Jayden Daniels, his ascension is nothing short of stellar. It's similar to, Penix, similar to Bo Nix. He was a five-star quarterback, had a really good first year at Arizona State. Then the Herm Edwards experiment kind of blew up. It kind of got all crazy. And then last year, he was just kind of like Joe Burrow his first year in Baton Rouge. He was kind of up and down and shaky in some spots, right? That passing game wasn't really that elite. I know he had Kayshon Boutte, he had some, Malik Nabors, so he had a little bit of talent. But this year, throwing the football, Mike Denbrock's done an awesome job. This offense is absolutely lit. I never thought that a Mike Denbrock offense stemming from Notre Dame and stemming from the Cincinnati, I never thought that it'd be this, explosive in terms of the passing game. But really, Thomas is going to be a player. Their wide receiver there. Bryant Thomas Jr., guys, he's a junior, and he's 6'4". He's an absolute stud. He's a Sunday player to me. And then you got Malik Nabors, bona fide first-rounder, also a 6'3" player. Woo! Malik Nabors, he's actually 6 feet. He plays like he's 6'2". Malik Nabors is going to be an absolute monster on Sundays as well. And to me, Jayden Daniels, he's right up there in terms of the Heisman. His passing statistics, he's carried the team to wins. Missouri, the defense was terrible. Against Ole Miss, they needed everything from Jayden Daniels. Florida State, he was even all right. Against Arkansas, the defense got torn apart there. So the defense has been an absolute mess, all right? But really, this is a fascinating matchup because Jalen Milroe and this Alabama offense has really hit its stride. You look at Jermaine Burton. He's really come on and had a solid. He's really been better. And the running game of Alabama as well has actually been a lot better with Tommy Rees, but Jalen Milroe has really taken strides in the passing game. So I believe that they'll be able to score on LSU. The problem is with Alabama, and the problem is with that secondary, is that Alabama got toasted by Texas. Arkansas even put up big points on them. Tennessee was able to throw the football actually with Joe Milton, and I know it's going to be 14 days to prepare. The good news is they did stop Ole Miss, right, the second half. So this isn't the easiest game to predict. But what I saw out of Alabama against Texas, what I saw against them against Arkansas, what I saw them so far, I just think LSU is more firepower. I just think that Jayden Daniels is playing at a really good level, and I also think it's possible that LSU's defense with Matt House in the next 2 weeks can get better. I think that you still have Harold Perkins. You still have guys along that defensive front that could still be really effective. Maybe the secondary could get slightly better, and is Milroe really going to make you pay? And put it this way, if LSU scores 35, is Tommy Rees and Milroe going to be consistent enough? Is Alabama going to win the turnover battle in this game? I think that this could be a real high-scoring game. And, if Alabama stops LSU, then Alabama's going to Atlanta with a chance to get to the playoff and win a national championship. So this game's going to be fantastic. You have Dallas Turner, Dallas Turner's playing unbelievable. So that's why it's not a shoo-in, because can Alabama's defense, you have Caleb Downs. Like, Alabama's defense has been awesome against the run. So Logan Diggs, I don't know if he's going to really be that effective. But Alabama, you have Kool-Aid McKinley, you have big-time players. But Dallas Turner's been the dude on Alabama. All right, so just Dallas Turner's maybe been the defensive player of the year. For everybody who talked about Will Anderson sophomore year, Will Anderson junior year, Dallas Turner junior year has honestly been better. So there's going to be star power all over the field. It's going to be a fun game because LSU could still go to Atlanta. It could be a three-way tie in the West. So this game is going to be on fire in Bryant Denny. And I think that Jayden Daniels is just playing at such a high level. It just comes down to quarterback. You got Chris Braswell just looking at this defense. Oh, my gosh. And then I'll tell you what, Jeremiah Alexander was the number one recruit, a guy who I thought out of the state of Alabama was going to be absolutely impeccably good and still has a shot to. Only a true sophomore, I believe. Terrion Arnold's a guy I like. I even think he's an NFL guy. Man, Malachi Moore, it is going to be, Got to see about I don't think Malachi Moore. We'll check the status on him. I don't think he's injured. This is going to be a show. This is going to be a show at Bryant Denny. All right, it's going to be a show. So I'll tell you where I'm going with my prediction. I'm going LSU. I'm going that offense. I think that offense is too much. I think that Nabors. I think that that Thomas, the other wide receiver. I look at the tight end there. I believe it's, Jason Taylor's kid. I just think that that's too much for Alabama, the guard. And, listen, if Jalen Milroe's going to have sloppy offense and LSU might be able to make a couple of plays on defense, then guess what? Alabama's defensive secondary, it's fire against fire. It's LSU's offense against defense. A lot of times when it's offense-defense, a lot of times the defense wins. All right? But I just love this LSU offense and what Mike Denbrock is doing. I think that Jayden Daniels, honestly, if you're talking about most valuable player, without Jayden Daniels, I believe, without him at quarterback, LSU is nowhere near competing for the West. They're having a disastrous year. They're losing to Missouri. They're losing to Arkansas. They're getting embarrassed in these games. But Jayden Daniels, man, he's playing at a level that is ridiculous. Ridiculously good. All right, so I actually think Jayden Daniels, I think he's a better quarterback prospect for the NFL than Drake May is. I believe he's a better quarterback prospect than even Michael Penix. He's much better than J.J. McCarthy. No doubt upset some Michigan people. J.J. McCarthy's a fantastic college quarterback. Jayden Daniels, I don't care that they lost 2 games. What he's doing, if you put McCarthy on LSU, they're not as good as Jayden Daniels. They're still not winning those games like against Missouri, against Arkansas. The offense that Jayden Daniels is putting together, it's not Jayden Daniels. It's not just because of the wide receivers. He is also threading needles, throwing dimes. This Brian Kelly, Mike Denbrock offense has evolved, and I'll give him big credit. Mike Denbrock and Brian Kelly have worked together a long time. It's evolved. Final score in this contest at Bryant Denny Stadium. Again, I love prime time. I don't like big noon kickoff. I don't like 12 o'clock. I could barely get up, on Saturday at 12 o'clock. I like sleeping in till about 11:30, then getting tea, placing last minute, looking at the lines last minute, watching pregame shows, and I don't want the best game to be on at noon. Put the best game on at 8 o'clock. Put 4 games on at 8 o'clock. You go to a sports bar. You watch all of them. It's prime time. You have time to tailgate, time to enjoy yourself. You get adult beverages. 8 o'clock is the time to enjoy football. 4 o'clock with the sun going down. Woo! SEC on CBS music. None of this noon stuff. Oh, and you're playing games now at 11 o'clock? Come on. The kids in college are sleeping that time. Come on. So, because people don't want to watch college football late, they got dinner plans. Well, it's casual fans. F them then. They're not real fans of college football. You don't have dinner plans on a college football Saturday. You don't, if you care about college football. LSU is going to score 38 to 41 points. Let's go LSU 41, Alabama 30. 71-point score total. Jayden Daniels in that offense. Malik Nabors has the game of all games. Bryant Thomas Jr. has the big time game. Logan Diggs has enough running. Could be reminiscent of when Joe Burrow went in there and did that a couple years ago. Bryant Denny. Is Alabama going to lose again? I'm picking them to lose. We will see. We will come back. Talk about the game when it happens. Enjoy, guys.